Hey everyone, Elise here from TGG Gaming at the Dubuque, Iowa Regional. Who are you and how do you do today?
I'm Viren Alwani, and I got 7th place at this regional.
And what did you play?
I was playing pure Tearlament.
Alright, anything you want to say before we get into the deck profile? Any shoutouts or anything?
Yeah, shout out to Team TDS. Shout out to all my boys, Tommy, Rio, Therion. They'll help me test that out and stuff. Shout out to Eric too, got 4th. Yeah.
Alright, we can just get straight into it then?
Yeah, sure. So I think this is the standard ratio right now. We got 3 Rhino Heart, 3 Shaylin, 3 Havness, and 3 Meryl. I'm running 40 cards. I think minimizing the amount of cards you have in your deck is the best because you want to see it. You want to hit your tiers as much as possible. This is super basic. I wouldn't play any less. I just thought it was very standard. Then I played 3 King of the Swamps. This card was cracked. I wouldn't play any less. I think definitely 3 over 2. You're playing the Poly and the Fusion sub to out the mine, so you have 2 targets for it. Also, it being an Aqua and a substitute helps you get into Kaleido Heart Millenniumize a lot easier. If you really need to, you can use it for Kick Kalos. Also, just having it like as a free monster in grave, like you just go even and you have a free monster when you dump a tier to pick back. So it was very good advantage-wise, maintaining card advantage. I thought it was really good. I wouldn't play 2. And the last monsters, I think hand traps are very weak right now. Like the only hand traps that do enough on their own are Nib, Gamma, and Cherries, and those are also still very situational. And Talents is really big right now, so I avoided using even Havness as much as I could, unless if I had my only board breaker, I would avoid using Havness so I wouldn't get challenged and just lose my way to win the game. But I played Bell because it provided double utility. It can be used offensively and defensively. There were times where my opponent tried call buying me using Toad and also Crow, and this helped insulate my plays a lot so that I could keep playing my game uninterrupted. I didn't want to see too many. I thought 2 was fine. I play tested 3 and I thought it was I didn't want to see more than 1. So I was very happy with just 2 of them. And yeah. That was all the monsters. Now we have the spells. We're running 3 field spell. You need to do it. It's like the best card in the deck. This card is cracked. Like Konami needs to stop printing busted field spells like this. It's ridiculous. Terraforming to search the field spell, and also the 1 Mystic Mine in the main. This card did come up, but it was so I could mine. I summoned a Rhino Heart, he negated it, and I had nothing left, so I mined myself. And then, so that, my opponent just passed, and then on the crackback, I drew a field spell out of my own mine and then OTK'd for game. It helped with a brick hand, but going second, it was really good too, obviously. Then for the board breakers, I played 3 Dark Crew. I think it's staple in every main deck right now. And then triple Super Poly. This card was crazy. I wish I would have played Garura. It would have came up, but it was just going in. I mean, not Garura, Mudragon. I didn't play Mudragon. Garura was crazy, and also I used this to make Draco Stapelia in the mirror. Just fuse away your opponent's 2 monsters. It was really good. Next are the 2 ofs. I played 2 Talents. I think it's busted right now. A lot of people are playing around it, so as I got to higher tables, I started siding it out because no one would play into it. And every time this resolved, it was just crazy because you just draw 2 if your hand's bad or you steal an opponent's monster to make a link. So I really liked it. 2 Desires. You don't really run 1-ofs like that are essential to your combo, so your cards don't really matter too much, just card advantage. So this was really good. We played the 1 Poly 1 Fusion sub to out the Mystic Mine. You banish it when you have the field spell up, shuffle a tier, and then you get to pop a face-up card. So it came up a couple of times, helped out a lot. This was good for making Guardian Chimera. Every time I summoned that card, I won the game. Then all the 1-ofs, I played Foolish, Rhoda, Instant Fusion, Called By. These 2 should definitely be banned. This card was really good. This card was just my last. I had 39, so I put in a Rhoda, and it did come up. It helped out a lot. And the last 2 cards I played were 2 Sulik. I thought Meta Noise was only good against Spright. Also, when you mill the Meta Noise, it usually didn't add anything back. So Sulik was good to mill, get a free search, and then have a 1 to search off of the Kick Kalos. Then the extra deck, you have double kit and Kaleido Heart. The kit, you're usually searching the Sulic, but in bad hands you could search the Viren. We got double Draco's Stapelia. I like 2. A lot of people cut it to 1, but I thought just being able to recycle them back was very crucial. I was able to put it back and bring it back out. It was really good. I like 2 of it, pretty much. 1 Millennium Eyes for King of the Swamps came up a lot. This card is just broken. Guardian Chimera, I summoned this card. I usually won the game, or I won it every time. And then Garura, I wish I would have played a Mud Dragon, but I didn't. I'm gonna add that next time. Those are my only fusions. I didn't want to hard lose to D-Barrier, so I just ran the bare minimal. Xyz, we played the Redoer, Dweller, Excaton, and Zeus. These 2 cards never came up this time, but this is really good against Exorcister. You nuke the board, attack, overlay onto Zeus. But it's just, both of them didn't come up, but in testing they helped out a lot. Most of my end boards were Dweller, Kaleido Heart, Draco's Stapelia, because it plays around Super Poly, and also with the Sulic set, it plays around Dark Ruler. So that was what I was mainly going for. I rarely went into this because I didn't want to lose to Super Poly, but it was still good when it came up. And then my last cards are the links. We have Dark, Elf, Access Code. Yeah, these are all pretty standard. I only went into this once. When I did, I ended up winning. I popped my opponent's last monster and passed. It was against a Spright 4. They have a hard time outing big monsters. So that was that. And now the side deck. Only 2 Lava Golem. Never drew it, but in testing it worked out really well. Never drew it though. 3 Cherries. I drew it 1 time, and when it did, it won me the game. So that was really nice. It was against a Spright player. I called Elf because I'm running the Elf. You're running the Meryl to actually make use out of it, and he just couldn't play after that. Duster Galaxy as my 2 main forms of back row hate, and I'm also running triple evenly for trap decks and Tearlament. This was my main 5 that I was using to get around all the back row decks, or just going second. This is good in general against Tear. Then I played 1 Crime, 1 Reboot for back row decks as well. It just ends the turn. I never drew it, but it's okay. This card is a game. When you're going first, you search it off of the kit, so this is how you out the Evenly and Dark Ruler, and you could send it to you from hand and keep comboing off from there. This card was cracked. I think it should be in every tier side deck, just one of them. It's searchable. It's a tutorable out to like 2 of the most busted cards of the format. And then I played 3 Mischief of the Gnomes. This card is really good because even if you mill it, you could banish it, and Spright has a hard time. And it came up once, and it didn't matter because he drew starter anyway. And that's the deck profile. I really liked it. The only thing I would change maybe would be the Gnomes. I don't know what else I would put in yet, but other than that, I like the main deck a lot, and that was it.
Alright, well, thank you for the deck profile. Hopefully we'll see more from you soon. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
All right, thank you.